In this lecture, we are going to learn about the significance of each and every line of this particular source code. We are going to learn in details what does this source code do and how it works. So let's get started. So first of all, if you look at this source code, let's note down all the lines that is available in this particular source code. Okay, this is line number 1, this is line number 2, this is line number 3, line number 4, line number 5, line number 6, line number 7 and line number 8. There are 8 lines in this particular source code. Now if you look at this, line number 1, 2 and 3 looks similar, also highlighted green in color by our VS Code. So line number 1, 2, 3 is something called as a comment. I'll discuss about this. Okay. Line number 4 is something called as a header file. Okay. It's a header file. And line number 5, 6, 7, 8 is part of a function. This is called as a main function. Okay. So these are the 3 important components that's available in this particular source code. Okay. So if you look at this, I have started my program by writing a comment. So comment is actually nothing but I am describing my source code. Okay. So how I am describing my source code is very simple. I am first of all starting with / and then I am giving star, and then I can write whatever I want to write in as many lines as I want, and then I can close this particular comment by writing star and then / again. So whatever comes between the / star and then star / whatever comes in between here is a comment. So this is nothing but this is a comment. So writing a comment is like documenting your code. Okay, it's called as documentation. So I'm describing what this source code actually does. Okay, so this is required because you may be working in a team while you are developing your software. Okay, so it's always necessary to actually write your comment, because in that way you will be actually communicating your idea to your friends or your fellow programmers, and even for yourself, because let's say you are going to look at your source code maybe after 2 years, right? So in that case you should be able to understand why you wrote down all these things. So that's why it's important to write down comments and provide documentation to your source code. Although writing line number 1, 2, 3 is not absolutely necessary. Even without writing a comment, you can actually write your source code. You can directly start writing from line number 4 and then it will run well. But it's a good programming practice to start writing your source code with a comment. So always make a practice of writing your source code with a comment. Okay, so line number 1, 2, 3 is clear now. Now let's talk about line number 4. Line number 4 is a header file, as I've told you. It's a header file. You can see there's a file here. The name of the file is stdio.h. So std stands for standard, okay, and io stands for input and output. Okay, so it's a standard input and output file. Okay, and this file is responsible for actually providing all the commands and functions that is responsible for taking the input to the program and generating the output. So if you'd like to, this is a computer program, if you'd like to take any input, you need to have some command or some way to take the input from the user. User is not the one who is actually giving the input. Okay, and once this is done, you need to generate the output and display in the output device. So the job of taking the input and generating the output is done that there are many commands and functions that's available in this file, also called as a header file, because we actually put this at the head or at the top of our program. Okay, so this file is a library file, because this comes whenever you install your compiler, whenever you install your C compiler, this header file will also be available for you. Okay, so you can make use of this file. We are using this file in this particular source code. We are including this in line number 4. So how do I include the header file? So I have to use this hash. This is how I include a header file. Hash include stdio.h. Okay, and there are so many other header files. So if you want to include one more header file, you have to go to one more line and then write hash include. Let's say there is and here obviously this angle bracket is there. You have to open this symbol, less than symbol, and give the name of your file, whatever file is there. So let's say there is one more file called as string.h. So I write string.h. So this will include this string.h header file in my program. Including means now I should be able to use all the functions that is available in this header file. Okay, that's the job of the header file. Now let's get into the main function. Now this is the main function starting from line number 5, 6, 7, 8. This entire thing is a main function. Main function is an absolutely necessary part of any C program. You cannot write a C program without having a main function. Main function is a compulsory part. Okay. Now main function is like your main gate. Okay. So this is a main gate kind of, it's an entry point to your program. So main function is an entry point to your program. So whenever you run your code just by typing ./a.exe, this will run your code, right? So this is actually your code is run by the operating system. So operating system is actually running your source code. Okay. Now operating system is going to enter to your code from the main function. So main function is the entry point. So operating system first will go to the main function and then start executing from there on. Okay. So it will first go to line number 5 and then go to line number 6, 7 and so on. Okay, so that is the entry point to your source code. Now you may be wondering what is this void, right? And what is this main? Why is this bracket here? And all these things I'm going to explain. Why is there opening bracket here in line number 6? Why there is this closing bracket in line number 8? Right? I'm going to explain that in details. So let's consider, because main is a function. So let's say this is a main function. Okay, let's say this is a main function. We can consider this in terms of an IPO as well. Okay, it will have some input, it will do some processing and it will generate the output. So in the main function here, so name of the function is main. So that is written down here. This is the name of the function, main. Okay, so main is the name of the function. Okay, main is the name of the function. Now, if you see after main, there is something called as opening and closing simple bracket like this, right? There's nothing here. So this, if you have any input, so this is where you provide the input to your function, right? So this function main is having no input here because this is empty here. There's nothing here. See, this is empty here. There's no input for this function. It takes no input. That means main takes no input. And void means, so once main is done, once execution of main is done, it is void means what? Void means nothing. It is not going to generate any, or it is not going to return back any output for us. So it means there is no return value. It is going to do something, but it is not going to return back any value to the operating system, because operating system is calling our function, right? So it is not returning anything back to the operating system once execution is done. So that's why we write void here. Okay, there is one more way of writing the main function. We will talk about that in our later lectures, right? But void means nothing. So there is no return value. Okay. Now whatever comes between this block or opening and closing, this is called as a block. Whatever comes between opening and closing block, this is nothing but this is the part of processing. This is the part of processing of the main function. So main function actually, what it does inside the processing is this, it is actually executing one statement, that is printf. So printf, because we are using printf, so therefore we are including line number 4, we're including the header file stdio.h, because printf is available in their header file stdio.h. Now printf will do what? It will actually display the message that's available here. So whatever is available in the double quotes, remember this is case sensitive. You cannot write capital P printf. Okay, it should be small case printf as it is without any space. Okay, so printf, and whatever comes inside double quote, that is the message that it is going to display. So here if you see, the message is hello world. So it is going to display hello world in the screen. Okay, hello world, and the exclamation mark is there. And at the end of this hello world, there is something called as \n. This is \n. So \n is a special kind of a character. Okay, it will help you to get a new line, right? So after this hello world is displayed, like let's say once hello world is displayed, once it finds this /n, it will not print anything. That means it is actually printing a new line. That means now the control will go to here. So if you print one more message here, after this it will start typing from this point. It will start coming in this line. Okay, if you don't give this new line, then the next message that you put will start from right here. There are more escape sequences like this, characters like this, which we are going to talk later on, but just remember that \n, this is backslash, remember this is \n, will print a new line, and this is /*, this is for a comment. Here we use backslash, here we use /. And at the end of this, because this is a statement, so whatever comes inside the block is generally a statement. If it's a statement, it should end with a semicolon like this. So at the end, if you see here, it is ending with a semicolon. This is the only statement that is ending with semicolon here. So that means that this is the end of this particular statement. Now I can start writing a next statement here. Okay. So this is more or less a simple C program, how it works. Okay, these are the basic components of a C code, right? Just a very important thing to note down is that this documentation is not absolutely necessary, 1, 2, 3, but it is a very good programming practice. So I request and suggest you all to start writing your source code by actually doing the documentation section first, that is doing the comment first, and then if you have any header files, if you need any header files, put it there. Then you can have a main function, and inside your main function you can write as many statements as you want based on our requirement, which we are going to see in our later lectures as well. Okay, so with this note we are going to end this particular lecture. Thank you.